And how frustrating are games like this when you have the weather you're dealing with, the opponent, and offensive inconsistencies throughout the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think, disappointing to, come up short and play like we did. I think, um, I think we ran the ball better today. There were a number of things we did better, but as a group, we weren't consistent enough, and we didn't, weren't able to score enough. So, I mean, I think that's been the story. We got to be more consistent. We got to find ways to, keep the ball moving forward and get the ball in the end zone when we have chances in the red zone. So, I think it's disappointing, but we gotta stay at it.
As far as the 3 interceptions, how much is that the conditions, and how much is it is just kind of missing guys?
Well, I think each play is independent of the other in terms of the issue. I mean, I think I missed one and a couple poor decisions. So I think that's it has to do with me more than anything.
You are in your development at this point. Do you feel you're ascending, or what do you think?
Yeah, I feel like I'm making progress. I think, obviously there's still a lot to work on, and I understand that. But, I feel like I'm improving, and the challenge is to continue to do that, but do it faster and play more consistently.
You improved as far as protecting the football, as far as fumbles and all that today. Just being kind of aware of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was better in the pocket with the ball, but like I said, the interceptions hurt us, so we got to work on that.
You talked about the running game, and you guys ran the ball really well. A lot of it was inside. Was that because of the opponent, or did you not want to go outside because of the conditions and trying to cut back or get to the perimeter?
I don't know if the conditions had anything to do with that. I think that was just what was working, and the guys up front did a good job getting pushed and opening up some holes for Saquon.
That first touchdown was from Shepard. You guys seemed overly excited about it afterwards, and it was with good cause considering the Packers had just scored a touchdown. Why were you able to carry that kind of momentum into this game?
I think, obviously that was a big play, but I think, I'm not sure necessarily the momentum of the game was going to go back and forth, and I think, we just didn't execute when we needed to. We had chances to score touchdowns or chances to, answer one of their scores. I mean, I think we just didn't do that. So, that's the challenge. I think we got to be more consistent with that.
How tough were the conditions as far as throwing a football with snow and sleet and rain and all?
They were fine. I mean, it's it's different, but it's different for them too. I mean, I think it could have been worse.
You played a game in the snow before?
We played Pittsburgh my redshirt freshman year, so but that was it.
How's your ankle? And when you hurt it, it looked like you were on that one drive before the end of the half, limping around pretty good. And did it compromise what you wanted to do in the second half?
Not really. Yeah, it was I hurt on that fourth down play right there, and it's sore, but that's part of playing the game. I'll be fine.
Coach Shermer was saying he understands he's going to be judged on wins and losses. Do you get a feeling that if you guys don't start winning, it could affect him?
I think our job is to win. Everyone's job is to make sure we're doing what we can to win games, and I understand the way this business works, the way this league works, is you're expected to win. So we all expect that of ourselves. So we'll continue to work toward that, and we all take a lot of responsibility in the loss.
Tough is it to? What's the attitude of the team now when you've lost 8 straight games? Do you feel the spirit kind of just sagging among everyone, or what do you think?
I mean, I think obviously it's tough. It's tough to lose, and no one likes to lose. But I think through it we've been able to stick together. We've been able to keep working. Keep working together each week. We put together good practices. I think going forward we gotta maintain that focus and stay together, work toward each week, but continue to improve.
All right. Well, it's unfortunate the score got away from us there because of the turnovers there at the end of the game. But Valentine had a concussion, and then Daniel Jones has an ankle that he played through. So with that, I'll try to take your questions.
Daniel had the ankle during the game?
Yeah, he heard it. Yeah, he heard it, but he played through it. So excuse me.
How much of a challenge is it to call plays during weather like this?
No, it was fine. I mean, we were running the ball, throwing and catching fine. I don't think that had anything to do with it. Excuse me. Sorry.
Did Daniel's ankle affect his play at all or limit what he could do?
No, there were certain things I chose not to do with him. The interception, the one interception there in the fourth quarter, he had the guy. That's one he'll tell you he just overthrew it.
Did he hurt it on the run forward or the throw back?
I don't know that exactly. He just came out off of that one drive before the half, and we got him checked out, we got him retaped, and he was ready to go. Tough guy. He fought through it.
You didn't get a lot of pressure on Aaron Rodgers, but what was the plan coming in, and why do you think you weren't able to pressure from the line?
No, obviously, we tried to pressure. There were times when we did pressure. We had some full blitzes in there. We had some structured fire zones, and we had some four-man rushes, but you can see what happens when you don't get pressure on him. He's really good.
What do you think of some of your young secondary guys? It seemed like Julian Love played okay, but maybe some of the other guys struggled a little bit.
Yeah, Julian did a good job. You saw Valentine came out of the game early with that concussion. I'll have to check on him and see where he's at. He battles. And then Grant Haley went back in. You saw both Beal and Baker in there. So they battled. I'm sure when we go back and look at it, there are plenty of good plays, but then there were some that, they gave up.
Pat, on the one play when you guys defensively, when you had 12 men
Yeah.
try to scramble,
Yeah.
is there anything you could have done in that situation? Maybe call a timeout to prevent Rodgers from quick
Yeah,
snap?
I thought we had an opportunity to get off the field in time, and then he quick snapped it, and by that time, we're caught. They did a good job. Regardless, they completed the pass for a touchdown. So, obviously they executed that well.
That's 21 turnovers for Daniel this season. Any concern about his progress?
Yeah, well, the turnovers today were the interceptions, right? And then the first one was against two-man. He just tried to fit it in. Today they weren't fumbles, right? And then the one he just overthrew. And then the last one there, he threw a 9-ball to Slayton, and I thought he was in a position to either make the catch. So, no, I mean, these were throws. These weren't fumbles. He's got to keep playing through it and keep learning from every scenario. And there's no better training ground than playing. And unfortunately, we're dealing with some mistakes that you hope you never see again, And he battles through it, and if you make mistakes, you got to overcome it. And that's the reality of it. But we're fortunate. He's tough. He's smart. He gets it. He did make a heck of a lot of really good plays out there today because of who he is, and we got to just clean up the mistakes.
You feel like he was a bit more decisive today throwing football?
Was he decisive?
A bit more today.
No, he's always been decisive. I felt like he was good that way. I think he had some isolated throws that they made it. They made us pay for them.
Do you think because the defense has not had a lot of success that on third and longs or fourth and longs or in a drive that they feel the confidence that they're going to get off the field, or they kind of hoping?
These feeling questions about confidence, and they're out there playing, and they're playing hard with the idea that they're going to make plays. You're asking me frequently about how do they feel about it. They're out there playing, and they're in the moment, and they're trying to execute the situation that they're in. And there's times when we have success, and there's times when we haven't. And those are the things that got to get better.
Matt, how concerned are you that the progress you say is going on behind the scenes isn't showing up in regards to wins and losses on Sundays?
I'm always concerned when we don't win, right? And this is another feeling question, I'll feel better when we win games. That's if you're wondering how I feel. I feel a lot better when we win games. And, I do see, you get an opportunity to watch us probably 20 minutes a day, and you report on it. And this is a historically young team that's going out there and competing against some really good football teams. And we've got to do what we have to do to win games. And I understand that. But they also are developing. And at some point, we'll be good enough to win.
You know that you're obviously, in the end, judged on wins and losses. So.
I'm well aware of it. And, people will change what they think of us and me when we win games. I'm a realist when it comes to that. And I get it. And you know what? When you don't win, I expect what's written and said and what people think. I expect fans to be upset because we are too. And but we go about trying to fix it.
Do you feel the criticism is deserved then?
When you don't win, yeah, and I try not to consume it. But when you don't win, that's what you expect, regardless of where you live.
Take another one or two. Or none.
Coach, Jones hits a ladder on a big play, 17-10. It looked like the next play, you take a 4-yard loss. Was that a busted play with Jones?
No, we tried to go tempo on them, and they defended it pretty well. It wasn't a busted play.
Pat, where do you see the most progress from your team?
They fight, and they're resilient. And, that game was in the balance. We had an opportunity within one score. And, then it got away with, we got away from us. But that's where I see it. They fight. And some of these young players are very talented, and they're learning on the job here.
You talked a lot this week about, wanting to get over that hump and not using that injury as an excuse. And seeing a couple of those runs break out a little bit today, what does it feel like? Do you feel like you're getting back into the rhythm?
Yeah, definitely getting back into the rhythm. But I think the offensive line did a great job of, establishing a line of scrimmage. We just got behind the points, and when you get behind the points, you try not to go away from the run game, but that naturally happens. So we got to find a way to start off earlier and get ahead so we can get the run game going. Because I thought, I know if that was the case, we definitely could have had a game in our hands.
You mentioned your respect for Aaron Rodgers, number 12. I see that you guys kind of exchanged jerseys after the game. Was there a memorable moment or an interaction, or was it just nice to have that conversation?
Well, yeah, it was just nice to have that conversation. I've met him before, big fan of him. I mean, anyone growing up was a big fan of Aaron Rodgers, and he kind of gave me some great advice after the game. Told me to stick with it, keep grinding. Told me there's a C on my chest for a reason, and keep leading boys. And we ended up trading jerseys. So that definitely won the best ones I have in my jerseys collection.
Following up on something you just said right there, how frustrating is it that the scores aren't letting you be part of the game in the fourth quarter? Like, you can't have your regular impact when you're down 11 points.
Yeah, I mean, I agree and disagree with that. I mean, when you're up, when the other team gets up, you try not to run away from the running game, but naturally, I guess it naturally happens. But I don't just envision myself as just a inside the box running back. I think I can catch the ball at the backfield, catch screens, make plays and stuff like that. So I don't feel like I'm out the game. I gotta continue to keep my eyes open, be ready for blitz protection, and try to get to the spots where, if need be, I'm there for DJ. So, but at the end of the day, even though that's the case where you go away from the run, we still gotta find a way to make plays in other areas, and we just didn't do that enough this game, and to be honest, the whole season.
How do you process each straight loss? That's half the season in a row right there.
It's crazy, and there's it's upsetting, it's frustrating, it sucks, but you know, you gotta. I know I keep sounding like a broken record, but I promise when this thing turns around, I'm gonna sound like a genius. We just gotta continue, just keep working. I don't know our record. With 2-9, 2-10, you gotta come in the building like you 10-2. That can't change. Your attitude can't change. Your work ethic can't change. And you know, I was telling some of these guys we gotta keep fighting. There's gonna be better days ahead. And like I said, yeah, I know I sound like a broken record, and everyone's probably just rolling their eyes, saying, "Oh, here he goes again." But when it happens, it's going to be a beautiful thing.
Shermer keeps saying that there's progress being made behind the scenes, right? And you're obviously optimistic you can turn this around. Where's that optimism come from? What do you see Monday through Saturday that makes you believe that you guys are so close?
Yeah, I only get to come in for like 10 minutes, right? In the beginning, right? Which I agree with. But if you guys are able to stay the whole time, we practice like we're 10-2. It's our work ethic. If you're able to come and watch us how we're in a weight room, the attention to detail in the meetings, it's all there. It's all there. And, you know, obviously I have the better point of view and be able to see that and to say that. So it's all there. And it's just not, for some strange reason, just not translating to the game right now. And that's what sucks. Because, you know, when you work hard for something and you are putting the time and you are putting the effort, and things aren't just going your way, it sucks. But it's easy to cry about it, you know, cry and hide in the corner. But you got to figure it out, and that's what we got to do. We got to figure it out, and we got 4 games left. Try to make it into a season that we're proud of, and just take it one game at a time. And I think that starts with Philly, and try to find a way to get a win and hopefully get things rolling.
What does it say about this group that despite the adversity of this season, you guys are still sticking together and having each other's backs and practicing, like you said, like you're 10-2?
That's important, you know. I think that's why I'm, like you said, optimistic, and I believe that this thing's going to turn around. When you have that, and, you know, I know that we have that in that locker room and with those group of guys. That's going to be helpful in the future. And like I said, things just aren't going our way right now. And you know, I know we're frustrated. Coaches are frustrated, fans are frustrated, everyone's frustrated. But if we got it, it starts there. We got to keep doing that, keep hammering at the little things, keep paying attention to details, and just find a way to turn on Sundays or Mondays. And just things aren't going our way. But it sucks, but we just got to stick with it, and we're doing that right now. So when we do figure it out, I do believe it's going to be a great thing.
Saquon, is it hard to hear Go Pack Co in your own building?
Huh?
Is it hard to hear the chants for the Packers in your own building?
Yeah, that sucks. To be honest, it sucks. But you know, we're 2-10 right now. Kind of expected, I guess. They're a playoff team. They're a great team, and you know, I've never played at Green Bay, but you hear about how great of fans that they have. So you know, kudos to them. But we just got to play better.
Saquon, do you believe that the structure is in place with this organization from the top down to get to that point where you will win?
Yes, I do believe. We got not only the right guys on the team, but the right guys on our staff to get it done. And I just know it. I know it, but obviously it's not going our way right now. But even though the same way that it's the guys in our locker room, we're coming to work every single day, those guys are working their butts off upstairs to try to put us in position to win games. And they're going to keep hammering at it, and we got to keep hammering at it. And hopefully those things turn around.
What did you think of Daniel? Obviously, one of his tougher games. He doesn't usually throw interceptions. He threw 3 of them. What did you see from him in terms of bouncing back from adversity?
You know, I kind of talked to him on the sideline. It was just like, hey, like, it happened. You know, everyone want to go out there and play the best game, but it's not the case. And he threw 3 picks. It's the growing pains, the things you're going to learn from. And I know I said earlier in the week, I think he's going to be a special player. I know he's going to be a special player. I still think he made a lot of plays for us out there and put in positions to have a chance to win the game. But those plays are growing pains, and he's going to learn from it. Eli went through it when he was there. I'm pretty sure Aaron Rodgers went through it at one point. Any of the great quarterbacks you could think, I'm pretty sure they went through it at one point. So just he got to keep sticking with it, and the type of mindset that, I can't say kid because I'm like a year older than him, but the type of mindset that guy has and the type of grit he has, he's going to figure it out.
I don't know if you've been asked about this, but you guys, if 9 straight's the longest losing streak in this team's history, and you guys are on the cusp of that. When you hear that, what do you think?
I mean, no one goes into the game planning on losing. Hearing that or not hearing that, no matter what, we're trying to go into the next week to try to get a win. And I don't know who we play next, but just go figure it out from there, get back, watch film, break down this game, put it in the past, move on from it, but also learn from it and get ready for our next game. So hopefully we don't tie that record.
Hey Giants fans, Jabril Peppers here. Want to be the first to see Giants videos? Subscribe now.